Hello and welcome to Network News. Today we're covering the story that, as of today, the 1st of February, West Midlands Trains has officially been nationalised by the UK government. The operator is responsible for the sub-brands of London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway, and is the fourth operator to have been taken over by the government using their new legislation. For context, when Labour came into power with the promise of renationalising the railways, 4 operators had been taken over already under the operator of last resort for breach of contract, those operators being LNER, Northern, TransPennine Express and South Eastern. This left 10 operators still in private hands, so in November 2024 the government passed the Passenger Railway Services Public Ownership Act, which allowed them to take over franchises as their contracts expire. Since then, South Western Railway, C2C and Greater Anglia have all been nationalised, with West Midlands Trains now becoming the fourth to be taken over under these legislative powers, meaning that a total of 8 out of the 14 operators that will eventually be absorbed into GBR are now in public ownership. Govia Thameslink Railway, which is responsible for the sub-brands of Southern, Gatwick Express, Great Northern and Thameslink, is the next operator to be nationalised on the 31st of May. This will then be followed by Chiltern Railways at an unspecified date in the summer and GWR at an unspecified date in the autumn, before eventually all operators will be taken over by the end of 2027. However, all the nationalised operators still remain as separate organisations for now, which is why, as these gradual takeovers continue, the government is also pushing through the Railways Bill, which is the legislation required to actually combine all these separate organisations into a single unified body called Great British Railways, which will also take on Network Rail's current responsibilities for infrastructure. I'll be releasing a more in-depth video about the Railways Bill in the future, so subscribe if you want to see that. The government was keen to mark this milestone in the nationalisation process, with a statement from the Transport Secretary reading, "From this Sunday, the thousands of passengers who travel with London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway will be using services that are owned by the public and run with their interests at heart. We're working hard to reform a fragmented system and deliver a reliable railway that regenerates communities, rebuilds the trust of its passengers and delivers the high standards they rightly expect." They were also keen to point out that, on average, the nationalised operators perform better on punctuality and cancellations than those which have yet to come under DFT ownership, and that work is already underway to unify track and train by creating integrated leadership between nationalised operators and Network Rail over certain regional areas, such as South Eastern Railway. Back to West Midlands Trains, and the first service to be operated under public ownership was the 6:39 service from Milton Keynes to London Euston. This footage is courtesy of Finn Jones, who was out riding that first service this morning, so do check out his channel if you want to see that. Disappointingly, the first service wasn't wearing the new GBR Coming Soon branding that we've seen applied to other trains. However, a West Midlands Railway Class 730 has had the stickers applied to it. This has prompted concerns by some that the implementation of Great British Railways could undermine the strong regional identity of West Midlands Railway, which integrates nicely with other transport modes in the West Midlands. Hopefully these stickers are just a marketing stunt, and in the long term, West Midlands Railway will retain its unique identity and eventually be taken over by the local devolved government to provide even better integration with other transport modes, as we've already seen in London and are about to see in Manchester, where the B network is set to take over many of the suburban rail lines serving the city. Ultimately, time will tell, but this is still an important step on that long journey towards a reformed and hopefully better railway system. What are your thoughts on the takeover of London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Network News for more updates like this, and until next time, thanks for watching.